All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2 o'clock. We're here to talk about one of the new programs that we have at Hohman Homes called the 60-Day Education Challenge. Now, what this challenge is, it is over the next 2 months or any 2-month period in which you would like to participate, you have the opportunity to complete all of these objectives on the 60-day challenge. The goal of this challenge is for you to gain some general knowledge, for you to gain some insight into the real estate industry, but ultimately to become a better real estate agent. A lot of these programs you're going to see are familiar to you. If you've been doing the mentorship sessions, if you've been doing some transactions, a lot of these you're going to see. But really what this challenge is meant to do is to really combine this into a comprehensive plan for you to practice and practice and practice over and over again. Yeah, you might have done a few suggested listing price reports, but have you done 30 of them? Have you shown a couple properties? Sure, but have you shown 60 of them and previewed them with a specific template? Well, this program is specifically meant to do that. And the idea is that not only we want to improve our learning, but we also want to improve our earnings with how much we learn. That's why if you specifically complete all of these challenges within any 60-day time period that you pick, you are going to increase your lifetime commission with Hohman Homes 3% on every transaction that you do from now until the end of your career with Hohman Homes. The idea is that if you learn more, you should earn more as well. And real estate agents that complete all of these and teammates at Hohman Homes that complete all of these certainly are going to be smarter and they're going to be better at their jobs. When you're better and smarter at your job, you should deserve a little bit increase in your commission. So we'll go over a couple of these, a little bit on some of the logistics on how to create these, but also some of these, and to really go over a little bit of them as well, see how you can actually complete the process. So first what you have to do is you have to pick which 60-day period that you want to do. And we specifically have on here the start date in which you do it and which the end date 60 days later. You can pick any start date that you want to. You just have to make sure that the end date is 60 days later, and we'll hold you to it. So if you complete it in 30 days, great, you completed the challenge. If you complete it in 61 days, you have not completed the challenge and you have to start over again. So I would take a look at these and make sure, okay, over the next 60 days, I can dedicate myself to be able to complete all of these. Some of these are relatively easy. Some of these you might have already done before, in which case that makes it a little bit harder or made it a little bit easier. But if some you haven't done before, you might want to give yourself some time to be able to do it. All of these documents and all these spreadsheets can be found in the Google Drive. And specifically when you open up some of these documents in the 60-Day Education Challenge, it's going to make a specific copy to put in your drive. So when you click on subscribe, so the first challenge is just to simply subscribe to some real estate blogs and news outlets for you to be able to learn some more about the real estate industry. So for example, when you click on them, you open up, it's going to ask you, would you like to make a copy of this? And yes, you're going to click on make a copy, and then it's going to open up this copy in your drive. And so now you're going to find this copy not in the shared folder, but in your personal drive. And from there, you can do with it what you like. You can make your own copies of this. You can edit it, tweak it, however you would like to do that. But simply sign up for their subscriptions, their newsletters. That way you can learn a little bit more about the real estate industry. Same thing with going on to step number 2, completing your database. Some of you have already started this, but if not, this is a good way to get started. So again, you open up the link, you make a copy. Now you have a personalized template of this database in your own drive for you to edit and tweak however you like. And you'll find the same thing going down all these different links and spreadsheets is to be able to find your own copy in your own drive to be able to edit as you will. A couple of these require, so some of these you can do at your desk, at your office, wherever you'd like it on your own time. Some of these require interacting with some of your teammates and obviously interacting with some buyers and sellers. So it's easy once you complete, for example, let's say the database of 100. So once you get your database complete and ready to go, to show that you've completed the process, and so that way you can get a check mark next to these, then you would send me a copy of that database or just a screenshot of that database that all 100 names have been completed. From there, we can initial sign off on that particular line item, and then your challenge for that would be completed. Then you have to go on to the next one. Same thing with scheduling one-on-one meetings. So long as you have proof that you had those one-on-one meetings, whether that's something in your calendar, whether it's a receipt from that coffee or lunch meeting. That's what we need to see in order to check those off there. So either these have to be completed by completing the spreadsheet, completing the form, or keeping track of some sort of receipt from each one of those transactions, and then send them to me. Before you get started, let me know that you're going to participate in the challenge, and so that way we can track. Okay, this is going to be your start date. This is going to be your end date. But also, I'm here to help you out with that process. If you have any questions along the way about any of the particular documents, any of the particular challenges within the 60-day challenge, I'm here to help you. I want you to complete this challenge and as quickly as possible. And I want all of our teammates to be able to complete this challenge. Part of these challenges, some of them are to, let's say, for example, complete a showing appointment. Or if you don't have any showing appointments coming up in the next 60 days, you can shadow a teammate on some of these, on a showing appointment, a listing presentation, and open house too. And so from that perspective, if you're interested in completing the 60-day challenge, let me know so we can let some of the other teammates know that, hey, this particular teammate, he or she is interested in the challenge. I'm also interested in the challenge. Let's see how we can help each other out when we have open houses, showing appointments, and things like that. That way we can both knock out one particular line in our education challenge. Same thing with our team meetings here. So if you're coming to a team meeting just to attend, but you don't want it to be part of the challenge, you're more than welcome to do that. But if you're specifically coming to complete one of the challenges, let me know, and that way we can sign off on some of those items. With the blog posts and the social media, for the social media accounts, you're free to do which account, which posts, what you like. The idea is that we want to get into routine. We want to get into a habit of, simply just scheduling one simple piece of content every single day is going to help us grow that routine and to be able to post more and get more engaged on that. It's kind of like a workout routine. You can't just do it once and hope to see some results out of it. You have to do it over and over and again on a consistent basis to really start to see some results. Same thing with our blog posts. So with our blogs is one of the best ways to grow your online content, because from that we can use a lot of different snippets and quotes and post it on other social media accounts. Every single blog post that you write, we'll post to the Hohman Homes blog and share it with all of our followers and all of our distribution channels as well. So you'll get double the amount of credit that your blog post normally would. We're not looking for the next great American novel here. The idea is that we want you to have some content that you can share about any particular real estate topic. So it's buyers, sellers, financing, what's going on in Tampa Bay, anything that you feel pertinent would help you in your real estate business. That's what we can do. And really one of the best things that a part of this too is that we have to complete 30 different suggested listing price reports and net sheets, as well as write 8 different contracts. So essentially, one scenario for the as-is contract and one scenario for the contract for residential sale and purchase, the CRISP contract, for particular types of buyers. And what we're doing is we're acting as if we are the buyer's agent when we're writing these contracts. These contracts can be found in Transaction Desk. So obviously to complete that, you need access to the MLS and Transaction Desk in order to complete these contracts. But the idea is that you pick one property, one sample property, you write it up as if you're representing a buyer. It could be a real buyer, it could be an imaginary buyer, but you want to fill out that contract completely. And then once you fill out that contract completely, email it to me, and just like a homework assignment, I'm going to grade it. And only you're going to get credit for it once that contract is 100% complete and accurate. Now, if you send it to me and it's incomplete or it's incorrect, I'm going to make some notes on it, and then for you to correct it. And then your job is to correct it, send it back, so that way you can get final approval on that. Same thing with suggested listing price reports and net sheets. When you have your first one done, ready to go, send it to me, so that way I can review it, make sure it looks good. And then after that, you pick another sample property and another sample property and another sample property. Pretty soon you're going to start to get to the hang of it on how to do these suggested listing price reports and these net sheets. And so with that, that's the idea of the 60-day challenge, is that you want to increase your learning while also increase your earning. The smarter you are in what you're going to be doing, the better you're going to be for your clients. And the smarter you are and the better you are in your real estate business, the more money that you're going to make. So I encourage you, if you have any questions, reach out for the 60-day challenge. I'm happy to help. And to everybody participating in the challenge, best of luck. Thank you very much.